There was a speech delivered by the governor of Siaya, James Orengo, which has left many Kenyans, especially the luos, to have a mixed reaction on that particular speech he made. But now, before I jump right into the analysis, I want you to first acquaint yourself with the statements the governor delivered.
Constitution and the rule of law. We can say many things, and me, I cannot be praise singing, because we fought for a democratic constitution where people should talk, where people should talk, where people should talk. I was in parliament when people used to tell Moi that Moi hakuna mahali utaenda, you will be in power until the day you want to go. They told Moi, and I was in parliament at that time, there are only a few of us who said we cannot have this system of government. And Raila was the head at that time when Jaramogi died, that we do not want that system of government. So I am asking you Kenyans, this constitution that we fought for, it is a very difficult document to keep. And if you keep on, song praising all the time, we will not have a country. So I urge you, tell your leaders the truth. Tell your leaders the truth. And know that even when, President, when you came here the first time, I was the only one who was here. I was the only one. I was here because I was convinced that institutions must work. A lot of my, even Otiende here said he cannot come. I tried to persuade him. I was here alone with you because I don't praise, song praise. I believe that you're the president and we are going to talk. So this country will go to the dogs again if the kind of language I'm hearing here, you continue with that language. Please, when you have something being brought to Siaya, it is a matter of right. It is not you are being given, it's a matter of right. It's a matter of right. And I cry. When I was in parliament, I was the only backbencher. I was here with Omamo, I was with Okero, there were other people like Okwanyo, and they used to tell me that you must be in government. All of us cannot be in government. Just fight for your right. Just fight for your right. And you'll have a better country. Asante sana kwa hayo machache. I call upon Raila Amolo Odinga to come and speak.
Hallelujah.
The governor is saying it clearly that he cannot be in a praise and worship team. Now, what does this mean in a simple explanation? From my own understanding, I can see that the governor is trying to communicate to the Luo communities. Most Luos are in the praise and worship team. They are worshiping President William Ruto because President William Ruto appointed some Luos like John Mbadi, Opiyo Wandayi, and others in his government. And now from this, most Luos think that they are now in power and they have been done a favor by the president by appointing these individuals into his government. And Orengo still stands his ground. We know very well that he has been coming out to blast this government of Kenya Kwanza wherever he feels that the government is not performing well. So Orengo is not in broad-based government, and he has been talking ill about it. And I can also see that he is urging the Luos to stop praising William Ruto because of the appointment he gave to some Luos. Point 2. I can as well see the governor sending a clear message to close allies of the president like Oscar Sudi. Some months ago, some close allies of the president, particularly from Rift Valley, came out and said that President Ruto is here to stay and they will do whatever things it takes to make him still be in power even after 2027 general election. So Orengo is reminding them that even there were some people who used to tell the critics of Moi that Moi will not go anywhere, but eventually Moi was removed from power. So he is just telling the president right in his face that no matter what your close allies say, that you will remain in power, there's a time that you will have to leave that office. And that is something I see a very sad message to the president. And Orengo also goes ahead to remind the president that the constitution that we have is very difficult to keep. And what we know is that the president has been doing most of his things out of the constitutions. For example, the university new funding model was declared by the court to be unconstitutional, even though the court came later to uphold it. Another one is the Finance Bill of 2023-2024. It was again pronounced by the court to be unconstitutional, and many other things which the president has been doing out of the constitution. So Orengo is reminding him that he should keep the constitution, even though it is very difficult to keep it, but he should try. That's what I can as well see Orengo is trying to tell the president. Third point, I can see Orengo is trying to urge Luos to tell President William Ruto the truth. Since some Luos were appointed in this Kenya Kwanza government, most Luos have been coming out to defend the president even if he has done wrong. And now Orengo is reminding them that they should tell the president the truth no matter what. And on this, I don't see him only sending the message to President Ruto, but Raila as well. He is also telling the Luos to stop praising Raila. They should as well tell Raila the truth. Governor Orengo never embraced the broad-based government, and from him, he thinks that Raila made a very big mistake by working with President Ruto. And so in relation to that, I can see him also telling Luo community to tell Raila the truth in wherever he goes wrong, but not to praise every time. And lastly, favorism. Governor Orengo is telling Luos that any project taken to maybe Nyanza or Siaya by this Kenya Kwanza government should not be received as a favor, but that is their constitutional right, because they are just like any other Kenyans and they are paying taxes, so they deserve the developments. But Luos are seeing it as something, as a favor, because they always used to be in opposition, and that's why they feel that if the development is given to them by the Kenya Kwanza government, then they feel that they have been done a favor. That is something they shouldn't take as a favor, but as a constitutional right. Orengo also said it clearly that everyone cannot be in government. In this, I do agree with the governor 100%, because there need to be opposition which can put the government on checks and balance. But now if everyone can be in government, then the accountability on government's operations cannot be achieved. And in relation to this, he is telling President William Ruto and Raila Odinga that he is not with them. He is in opposition, and there he will be, because he wants to put this Kenya Kwanza government accountable. So in my conclusion, Governor Orengo is one of the few politicians who are very courageous and never shy away to say what they feel is right for them and is right even for the people. So in this particular speech, he was directly attacking President William Ruto and also blasting the broad-based government. So guys, let me end it there for now, but before I do so, if you haven't yet subscribed, then kindly do so just now. Bye and take care.